It's a co-meet, and I cannot wait to see who wins this flyweight title. It's Bullet Shevchenko, 22-3, the huge favorite as always, taking on Taila Santos, who is 19-1, and she very well could be undefeated. I mean, that one loss is against Mara Romero Borello. It was her first official fight in the UFC, and it was a very close split decision. So we could be dealing with a 20-0 fighter, but you wonder if it's going to be enough against someone like Shevchenko, who in the last few years has honestly looked untouchable. I mean, if your name isn't Amanda Nunes, then you simply haven't really had any modicum of success versus Bullet Shevchenko. I mean, this is a woman who is going out there and just absolutely dominating every single opponent they put in front of her. I mean, in those last 9 fights or so, Jennifer Maia, I think, is the only one to even win a round, and everyone else just been getting absolutely smoked, whether it's by her lethal strikes, her sneaky ground game, which we now know she possesses, or just across 5 rounds in unanimous beatdowns. Bullet Shevchenko seemingly is untouchable at 125. So curious to see if Santos brings any sort of unique challenges that Shevchenko hasn't already been able to deal with. And we'll see if that's the case, because Santos has been looking good lately. I mean, she's picked up a nice recent finish over Joanne Wood. Don't call her Calder, and she got 3 nice wins before that as well. Unanimous beatdowns over Meatball Molly McCann, who's been looking pretty nicely lately. She smoked Jillian Robertson and also took out our girl Roxy. So, what are your thoughts on this co-meet? Do you think it's going to be more of the same, just another traditional Shevchenko beatdown where you can't bet on it because she's too fat of a favorite, or does Taila Santos, similar to Juliana Pena against Nunes, bring something that might surprise a lot of people? What do you think?
Yeah, no, this is such a great fight and great matchup. Possibly the hardest matchup for the Bullet in a while, I would say. This girl, she's a big girl. Santos is pretty massive. I don't like the odds. I personally will stay away because you just never know when a Pena Nunes type scenario could happen. Bullet should absolutely smoke, but everyone said that about Nunes also, so who knows? But yeah, I think this fight goes Bullet's way. I think it's KO, ground and pound, or a standing, maybe even toe to the eye, kind of like Jessica Eye knockout level type you know, uh, scene. So I think this is gonna be a one-sided mauling. But man, you just really never know when it comes to these type of fights. Like they're just so dominant, so good. They look unbeatable, and then oh no, Nunes. You know what I mean? So hopefully this is not a Nunes Pena scenario because I'm a big fan of the Bullet and she is the GOAT in my opinion. So I think she's gonna get it done though, but I'll be staying far away from this just because the odds.
Yeah, seen it the exact same way, and you labeled her as the GOAT. She's my GOAT as well. I honestly think she is the GOAT, and I'm hopeful she gets this done over Taila Santos so that we can sort of preserve this chatter of Bullet going back up to 135 and attempting to become a double champ, because I honestly think she can do it. I mean, if we think about when she lost the second time to Nunes, I mean, that was back in 2017, and a lot of people thought she won the fight then. So I just am seeing the advancements that her game has seen even in these last 4 or 5 years, and I think she's going to be a problem for whoever has the belt at 35, whether it's Nunes, whether it's Pena. And I'm hopeful that Bullet can get this one done because I'm down to see that double champ for sure. And it looks like 94% up Tapology is rolling with you. They're taking Bullet Shevchenko. It's pretty split, right? There's some beige for the decision, a lot of brown for the KO, and some copper for the sub. Only 6% is rolling with Santos, but honestly, I was a little surprised by 6%. I thought she might be getting 0.6%, that nice little one, but she's getting 6%. So maybe there's some sweaty meatheads out there who have their finger on a unique pulse for sure. But ultimately, I'm with you. Got to roll with Shevchenko. Do you think this fight's going to be early and like an over or under 3.5? I think is what we're looking at. You taking the over or the under if you were to play this at all, which we're probably not advising anyways.
Yeah, I would definitely take the under if I had to guess. Just because I mean, Bullet, what is she on? She's on an absolute tear. She's finishing every woman. I just don't see any way this girl doesn't get finished, and so I like the under. But it wouldn't surprise me if there's a fourth or fifth round finish. I mean, This is Santos's first 5 rounder, so you just don't know if the gas tank's there. Could end in the 5th just purely by gas, but I do like the under purely because we know how big of a savage and that power that the Bullet has. I mean, if the Bullet is finishing Andrade in a couple, real quick, I don't see why she can't finish this giant Hulk girl also.
Yeah, I'd be rolling that under too, but again, it's tough to comfortably lay anything on a Shevchenko fight because she's a huge favorite, and who knows if she just kind of coasts her way to an easy unanimous 5-0 decision, or if she gets it done early like she's done actually in 2 fights ago, and then most recently when she played with her food a little bit and got done in the 4th. So you just never know what Shevchenko, or how rather Shevchenko is going to get it done. You just know she's going to get it done. But at that -630, I mean, it's even swelled upwards of -700. Staying far away from it, juice is not worth the squeeze for me in this one, but ultimately I think Santos probably gets squeezed, and maybe there's a nice little juicy submission prop because we know Bullet Shevchenko as someone who, similar to John Jones, likes to beat you at your best game, right? I mean, I just always think back to John Jones versus Chael Sonnen when John Jones just like, I'm just going to take down Chael Sonnen 15 times in 30 seconds just because he's a dominant wrestler, and I want to prove that I'm a better wrestler than him. So maybe check the Bullet sub prop because we know Santos is no slouch on the ground when it comes to the BJJ. But other than that, Bullet by lock is for sure the pick. So any last thoughts, mate?
No, definitely one heck of a fight. Throw in the comments you got. You got the upset Santos, or you're sticking with the Queen Bullet.